Wrestling fam, welcome back to Chaos in the Ring, your ultimate destination where passion meets power and where we break down the most electrifying stories in the WWE universe. This is the place where rumors collide with reality and speculation fuels excitement. I'm your host, and today, we're diving into a storyline that has every fan talking louder than the roar of a sold-out MetLife Stadium. Get ready because what I'm about to share could shake the very foundation of WWE as we know it. Here's the headline that's creating shockwaves across the wrestling world. Roman Reigns is set to introduce a brand new wiseman at WWE Summerslam, leaving Paul Heyman speechless. Yes, you heard that right. Sources suggest that during one of the most anticipated matches of the year, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso vs. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, the tribal chief will unveil his new right-hand man. The question that has fans on fire is, who will it be? Is it Rikishi, the iconic Hall of Famer and proud patriarch of the Anoa'i family? Could it be the legendary Kurt Angle stepping into a shocking new role? Or are we about to witness a jaw-dropping twist with someone completely unexpected? This all unfolds at SummerSlam 2025, the first ever two-night spectacle taking place on August 2nd and 3rd, promising to be a game-changer for WWE. In this high-stakes tag team match, Roman Reigns teams up with Jey Uso, who currently holds the World Heavyweight Championship, to face the powerful duo of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, representing Seth Rollins' faction with Rollins himself sidelined due to a knee injury. Paul Heyman, now known as the Oracle, has aligned with Breaker and Reed, orchestrating their rise to dominance. But the real twist lies in the whispers circulating across wrestling media. According to reliable insiders like Sportskeeda and Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Roman Reigns plans to unveil a new wiseman during this epic showdown. This revelation could tilt the balance of power in WWE dramatically. Speculation is running rampant. Rikishi, Reigns' father and a WWE Hall of Famer, publicly pitched himself for the role on his Off the Top podcast, suggesting a return to strengthen the family bond of the Bloodline. On the other hand, Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist and former Raw general manager, has emerged as another intriguing name. His strategic mind and deep history with Reigns and Heyman make him a formidable candidate. But that's not all. Other rumors hint at shocking possibilities like The Rock making a surprise comeback or even former Bloodline member Sami Zayn returning to rewrite his history. Some reports have even spotted Zilla Fatu at WWE events, fueling speculation about a potential debut. To understand why this move is monumental, we need to revisit the legacy of the Bloodline. The Anoa'i family is wrestling royalty, a dynasty rooted in the 1960s with High Chief Peter Maivia and expanded by the legendary Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. Roman Reigns, Sika's son, entered WWE in 2012 as part of the Shield alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, dominating the scene until Rollins' shocking betrayal in 2014. Reigns then carved his solo path, but it was in 2020 when he truly ascended to godlike status, aligning with Paul Heyman and Jey Uso to form the Bloodline, later joined by Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Under Heyman's guidance, Reigns held the Universal Championship for an incredible 1,316 days, cementing his reign as one of the most dominant in WWE history. However, cracks began to show. Sami Zayn's 2023 betrayal and Cody Rhodes ending Reigns' historic title run at WrestleMania 40 marked the start of a new chapter. The ultimate betrayal came at WrestleMania 41 when Heyman turned on Reigns and CM Punk, siding with Seth Rollins in a move so shocking it was described as biblical. Since then, Heyman, now managing Breaker and Reed, has become a looming threat. The Bloodline fractured, with Solo Sikoa taking control, recruiting Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, and ejecting Heyman for refusing to acknowledge him as tribal chief. Meanwhile, Reigns disappeared, only to return in July 2025 with a vengeance, attacking Breaker and Reed on Raw, signaling his intent to reclaim dominance. Now, at SummerSlam, all roads lead to a collision of titans. The tag match itself is monumental, but the rumored introduction of a new wiseman could be the turning point in the Bloodline saga. If Rikishi steps in, expect a storyline deeply rooted in family honor and tradition. If it's Kurt Angle, brace yourself for a cerebral war of strategies. If The Rock or Sami Zayn is involved, the WWE universe could witness a twist that transcends generations. This isn't just another match, this is the foundation for the future of WWE. Fans are lighting up social media with theories. On X, hashtags like #BloodlineForever and #NewWiseman are trending. Reddit forums are buzzing with debates. some predicting Rikishi as the ultimate choice for continuity, others campaigning for Kurt Angle as the mastermind capable of countering Heyman's Oracle persona. A few dreamers even hope for The Rock to create the most electrifying comeback in sports entertainment. Whatever the case, one thing is certain: SummerSlam 2025 is shaping up to be an event that redefines loyalty, betrayal, and power in WWE. So, wrestling fam, the question stands: who will stand beside the tribal chief as his new wiseman? Will it be Rikishi, the family anchor, Kurt Angle, the wrestling genius, or a shocking name from the shadows? Drop your predictions in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and stay tuned because the chaos in the ring is about to enter its most explosive chapter yet. SummerSlam 2025 isn't just a pay-per-view, it's a war for legacy, and we're here to break it all down. Wrestling fam, welcome back to Chaos in the Ring, your ultimate destination for everything WWE, where passion meets power and stories come alive. This is where we break through the noise, dive into the heart of the action, and bring you the wildest, most jaw-dropping twists from the squared circle. I'm your host, and today, buckle up because what I'm about to share is sending shockwaves through the WWE universe louder than the crowd at WrestleMania. We're talking about a bombshell so massive it could change the course of wrestling history forever. The headline: Roman Reigns, the tribal chief himself, is set to introduce a brand new wiseman at WWE Summerslam 2025, and guess what? Paul Heyman, the legendary advocate, the genius behind the greatest runs in WWE history, will be left speechless. That's right, this isn't rumor mill fluff. Credible reports are pointing toward a shocking revelation that could flip the entire Bloodline saga upside down. Now let's break this down. SummerSlam 2025 isn't just another pay-per-view. This is the first ever two-night extravaganza happening on August 2nd and 3rd, and the stakes have never been higher. Roman Reigns, after a long and dramatic absence, is stepping back into the spotlight with Jey Uso, yes, the Heat King and current World Heavyweight Champion, by his side. They're set to clash in a high-octane tag team war against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, two absolute monsters being guided by none other than the master manipulator himself, Paul Heyman. And just when you think this match couldn't get any bigger, the whispers begin: Reigns isn't coming alone. Reports from top sources like Sportskeeda, Wrestling Observer, and PW Mania claim that Roman Reigns will reveal his new wiseman during this match, and the identity of this mysterious figure has the entire wrestling world in a frenzy. So who could it be? Rikishi, Kurt Angle, or someone we least expect? Rikishi, a WWE Hall of Famer and proud patriarch of the Anoa'i dynasty, has already thrown his hat into the ring, pitching himself on his Off the Top podcast as the man who can bring the family back together. Imagine the storytelling: the father guiding his son back to the throne, strengthening the bloodline, and creating a storyline drenched in family loyalty. On the flip side, you've got Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist, a former Raw GM, and one of the greatest technical minds the sport has ever seen. His history with Reigns and Heyman makes him a wild card and a legitimate threat to Heyman's Oracle persona. But that's not all. There are whispers about The Rock, yes The Rock, making a blockbuster return to lend his star power to this saga. Others are speculating about Sami Zayn, who has unfinished business with both Reigns and the Bloodline, or even Zilla Fatu making his debut. The possibilities are endless, and every name adds another layer of intrigue. Now, to understand why this new wiseman angle is such a big deal, let's rewind the clock and revisit the history of the Bloodline. This isn't just a faction, this is a dynasty that spans decades. It all started with High Chief Peter Maivia in the 1960s, laying the foundation for greatness. Then came the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, who dominated as three-time WWF Tag Team Champions. From there, the family tree exploded, producing legends like Yokozuna, Rikishi, Umaga, and of course, Roman Reigns and the Usos. Roman's rise to power began in 2012 with The Shield, alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, wreaking havoc until Rollins' betrayal tore the group apart. Roman then forged his solo path, but everything changed in 2020 when he embraced his tribal chief persona, aligned with Paul Heyman, and began a reign of dominance that redefined WWE. For 1,316 days, yes, over 3.5 years, Reigns ruled as Universal Champion, turning the Bloodline into an unstoppable force. But nothing lasts forever. Cracks began to show with Sami Zayn's betrayal in 2023, and Cody Rhodes dethroning Reigns at WrestleMania 40 was a seismic shift. Then came the ultimate betrayal at WrestleMania 41, Paul Heyman turning on Reigns and CM Punk to align with Seth Rollins, delivering a low blow so shocking it was called biblical on social media. Since then, Heyman has transformed into the Oracle, managing Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, forming a faction that threatens to destroy everything Reigns built. Meanwhile, the Bloodline imploded. Solo Sikoa took over, recruiting Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu, and kicking out Heyman for refusing to acknowledge him as tribal chief. The chaos left Reigns out of the spotlight, until July 14, 2025, when he returned with a vengeance, spearing his way through Breaker and Reed on Raw, sending a message loud and clear: the tribal chief is back, and he wants his throne. Fast forward to SummerSlam, and the stage is set for an epic showdown. Reigns and Jey Uso versus Breaker and Reed in a match dripping with high stakes. But the rumored Wiseman reveal? That's the X factor. If Rikishi steps into this role, expect an emotional, family-driven storyline. If Kurt Angle is the choice, brace for a cerebral battle of strategies, pitting wrestling's sharpest minds against each other. If The Rock returns, this becomes a generational blockbuster. And if Sami Zayn or a newcomer like Zilla Fatu joins, the Bloodline saga takes a twist no one saw coming. Social media is on fire. On X, hashtags like #NewWiseman and #Bloodline saga are trending worldwide. Reddit forums are exploding with fantasy booking threads. Fans are divided. Some want Rikishi to restore the family bond, others want Kurt Angle for a tactical masterstroke, and a few dreamers are pushing for The Rock to electrify the world once again. One fan tweeted, "If Rikishi shows up at SummerSlam, I'm dancing in my living room like it's 2000 all over again." Another posted, "Kurt Angle is Wiseman. The wrestling IQ in that ring would melt my brain." The hype is real, and the speculation isn't slowing down. So, who do you think will step into this historic role? Rikishi, the father figure? Kurt Angle, the wrestling genius? Or a shocker like The Rock or Sami Zayn? Drop your predictions in the comments, hit that like button, and smash subscribe because Chaos in the Ring is here to take you deeper than ever into the stories that make WWE the most unpredictable show on earth. SummerSlam 2025 isn't just another event, it's a battle for legacy, a war for supremacy, and the start of a new chapter in the Bloodline saga. Mark your calendars because history is about to be written in bold, capital letters. The question isn't if we'll get a surprise, it's who, and how big. Stay tuned because this ride is just getting started.